sports. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Seminoles will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
All kinds of running room. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Alabama pushing the tempo.
It's a really nice looking throw. This offense at the quarterback position, it's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Unloads quickly. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Wide out in motion. He'll just keep slinging it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. So Florida State's offense has the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has.
Oh, look out! At the 20. He has 60 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started.
And a big run for this offense. I'll tell you what, first game, first half, you want to create as many explosive runs, make the offense as easy as possible to start the season, and that will do it. Nice explosion.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Got it set up on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Crimson Tide will bring a punt team on the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, it's Gibson. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Coming after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to move it through the air. He rifles one deep to the left. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Right back to the well. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. Afterburners coming. Just a tremendous play to wrap up this first quarter for the offense. Boy, that'll give you some options as we start the second. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to add another. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of the guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to get to it. And the missed connection on 3rd down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll bring it back. It's Gibson. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. They're bringing heat. He makes the connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The Noles moving quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's McCoy. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
He's got his man, makes the grab, and they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Seminoles look to do some damage in the red zone. With the catch, it's Kent. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He wants to throw it again. Keeps the play going. Fires into the end zone. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. You don't see that penalty too often, but we see it here, an illegal forward pass. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, no! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lindsey. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's got an open man. He's loose. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. The expressway is wide open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, we wondered all week how this one was going to play out, and through 2 quarters of ball, the answer is like a good old-fashioned barn burner. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this 2nd half.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Gonna let it fly. Snags it down the right side. He's running free down the middle. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida State. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback.
It's a fumble on the play. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. They'll run the screen. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's McCoy. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an...
Unloads it downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots, so you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. They keep attacking through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right
tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Feeling some heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Second down now after the sack. The play action fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Tide!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And he's a real... Where man tackled in this no-gain land.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's got his man. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. And the Noles will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of the yardage he could on the punt return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Montgomery. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Oh, there's the ball. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Line gets set, 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. On target. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Offense in an empty set. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. No running back on the field. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. Grabs it in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking...
Deep shot for the end zone. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down for...
He's loose down the left side. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. They want to see if they can score the deuce.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He wants to throw. He fires to the left side. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Noles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Still on his feet. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's Gibson. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Montgomery. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. 1st down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Dumps it off in the flats. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 4th down, going to the air. He's going up top here late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. To the air on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Alabama pushing the tempo. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Going for the big play. And he makes the catch inside the 10. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The old coaching cliche, go bueno every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out and find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation.